Hello and welcome to Building the Best. Today we're going to be looking at the Spectra, an old favourite of mine, for the simple reason that I looked at the Serrata and it was awful. Anyhow, moving on to the Spectra. Now this is probably one of the most underrated weapons in the game and I absolutely adore it. Now it deals as base mostly puncture damage and it has a remarkably good status per second, considering that it is a secondary beam weapon. And if you put just 3 V polarities on it, it can do this, which is absolutely insane. Now we have of course got Hornet Strike, Bow Diffusion and Lethal Torrent for as much base damage as we can possibly get. We have Bore to buff up that punch damage, and we've put on here 3 of our dual effect mods to get the status per second up to almost 90%. And to get corrosive and cold damage on it. And finally we have Sequence Burn, as the Spectra's base range is a little short, and this mod will give it the lovely Parent Sequence Syndicate Bomb. Now of course, if you can't get this, I believe I've forgotten the name of it, but there is a Ruinous Extension, isn't it? Something like that. There is actually, here it is, a base range increase for pistol. Wow, words, come on. Ruinous Extension will give you a little bit more range on the Spectra if you can't get Sequence Burn, but given that Sequence Burn gives you plus 20 and Ruinous Extension only 8, seriously go for this. It's an absolutely outstanding mod that turns the Spectra into a phenomenal, wow, I'm having an off day here, a brilliant weapon. Anyhow, let's go try this thing out. And I have, of course, got Puncture Corrosive Cold, so I'm going to go try this thing out against Grenier. I'm going to go to Series to try it out, because, seriously, it may only be dealing about 800 damage, but this will tear through enemies like you would not believe. This weapon is very, very fun. So, luckily we didn't get the long spawn. Let's just pull this out and melt this trooper. And there he goes. Now, this weapon is, of course, buffed by attack speed when it comes to its status per second. So if this isn't enough, if you want more status per second, all you have to do is put fire rate mods on the weapon, and it will be even more overpowered. This thing is truly ridiculous. The only downside I could say is that, of course, when you increase the fire rate, it being a beam weapon, you will actually lose ammo efficiency. But honestly, you're going to be killing so many enemies, you're going to get enough ammo drops. This weapon deals absolutely crazy damage, and I don't entirely understand why it is so underrated. This is of course a Corpus weapon from the Clan Dojo, which from the Energy Labs in the Clan Dojo, which is odd given that the Corpus don't actually get this weapon. I've never seen it on a Corpus enemy. But anyhow, think of it as a unique little piece of Corpus tech that you can use against them. It is truly outstanding, and we can see here it is tearing through Grenier. This thing will deal equally well with Corpus and Infested. You just have to put slightly different elements on it for them. But the amount of status procs you're going to be getting means you can really take this up against absolutely anything and tear it apart. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. This weapon is a bit of a guilty pleasure for me because very few people like it and I don't understand why, and I have never confronted anyone on the matter. So yeah, I'm Bliznub and I like the Spectra. Let's get a Cindy Bomb. Come on. Set up a Cindy Bomb here. Beautiful. Anyhow, thank you very much for watching. This weapon is absolutely fantastic, and that Radiation Cindy Bomb is outstanding. Anyhow, thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe if you'd like to see more. Goodbye.